Hello, everyone, and welcome to Genshin Impact Summoners Only. This is a playthrough where I, Cassidy, will be trying to beat Genshin Impact only using summoners and their summons. Kind of like Genshin if Genshin were Pokemon. Feel free to skip to this time step if you want to skip the opening cutscene.
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here. Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles. The arrogation of mankind ends now.
How many years ago was it? I don't know. But I intend to find out. After I awoke, I was all alone. Right up until I met you 2 months ago. Yeah, Paimon really owes you for that. Otherwise, Paimon likely would have drowned. So Paimon will do her best to be a great guide. We should head off. Let's get going.
Let's get going indeed. So, as we go through the tutorial stuff, I'll be explaining what constitutes a summoner in my eyes, and since that's kind of a subjective thing. So, I made it a tier list to make it easier to understand, which I'll flash up on the screen now. Basically, if their kit refers to a summon or implies that the thing you've summoned is making the attacks and not you, it applies for the sake of this challenge. I'm open to any input on the characters listed though, if you guys have any in the comments below. And, of course, we are going to go and get this chest. I'm going to speed this up for your sake.
I'll keep this close.
So, as you can probably tell, I'm doing a bit of skipping around just because a lot of this is unnecessary content, but this is going to be the first kit ignoring portion of the game, as, Lumine isn't a summoner. And we don't get our first summoner until we get our second character. So, as we go through this part here, I will be using a technique I believe developed by Java the Cup as to how to get through these pyro slimes. So, first thing I'm going to do is go use my skill, just for the tutorial's sake, without hitting the slime. And then I'm just gonna push the slime into the water. Oh, never mind. One more time. Yeah, we are killing the slimes. And yeah, tutorializing on the held skill. Didn't hit any of them. And once again, just pushing them into the water. Some might be asking why go through all this effort, and the answer is, I don't know, for fun. And once again, burst where it can't hit anyone, and again, I'm going to speed this up for your guys' sake. And that's those slimes exterminated. I'm just gonna skip you guys to when we get Amber and we can actually start playing the game. I can promise you, I just walked straight there.
Hey, you! Stop right there!
There she is, flying through the air like an eagle, piloting a blimp.
May the Animo God protect you, stranger. I am Amber. You don't look like citizens of Monza.
Yeah, I will be skipping through all dialogue just because that's not the point of this account at all.
Doesn't and this mascot? What's the deal with it? I mean, we've already be. So to sum it up, well, look, it's not far from here. Oh, aren't you? I am. Besides, I'm still not sure if I can trust you two. Oh, I give you. That sounded. Do you have some?
And here we are, our first summoner. And we're immediately gonna cheat. Well, you're obligated to do that fiery thing. But yeah. And I'm going to immediately kick Lumine out of the party, as she is not a summoner. Summoners only, as it were.
Suspicious travelers. What are you doing in Mondstadt?
Of course, me going through what she has. And now we see what just so much of this gameplay is going to amount to. Deploying Baron Bunny and waiting. I'm going to fast forward you through most fights because this is legitimately all I did. I did this 4 hours. I'm skipping through so much of this content because all of this together, 4 hours long. So... And one last Baron Bunny to finish things off. And... So you might be thinking, that's a bit of a jump. And yeah, it is, but there's nothing important that happens between that fight and the wishing screen, so I just skipped it all. Yes, wishing... this is just me going over the fact why I'm wishing on the beginner's wish as opposed to the normal wish. And here we go. No 5-star, but we're just looking for official. Yeah. Ugh. On the bright side, we get our guaranteed Noelle, who is also not a summoner. So, yeah, nothing useful from that. Which is where I'm going to point out something that I did, which is grinded a lot. I wanted to get to my second 10 pull to really increase my chances of getting official. So, because I knew there would be problems coming up, and well, I suppose we'll encounter those. So this is a quest that might have been a problem if we didn't have Baron Bunny, with Wagner's blacksmithing quest that requires us to go collect ore. Thankfully, Baron Bunny explodes ore, as shown here. So here we are at Amber's domain. Unsurprisingly, this won't be too difficult. It's Amber's domain, and I have Amber. I can't attack or use her burst, but Baron Bunny's got it, I think. I'll probably just fast forward through this one as well. It's nothing exciting.
past, we were at least this, of course, but now with Storm Terror, the winds change.
So yeah, just a lot of deploying Baron Bunny and moving on with my day. Might be a good time to talk about Lisa and Kaya. As far as summoners go, I'm pretty confident that I'm considering Lisa's burst a summon. Kaya's burst, it's really up to your personal interpretation. He's a summoner in that he summons icicles, according to his burst's description, but I don't know how much I want to use him long term. Just in terms of like at the start of the game where I really only have. I don't want to do Baron Buddy versus the world, as fun as that might be. I will be doing a lot of just Kaya's burst, Lisa's burst, Amber's skill, and hopefully official. We'll hope. So as you can see, we make it to Lisa's temple. There was a bunch of exploration stuff in between there and there that I cut through. Yeah. I don't remember Lisa's domain at all, really, so I'm hoping that there's no elemental checks in it. Of course, I'm recording this after I did this, which probably won't be the way I'll be doing it going forward. Just for the first episode, since there's so much I had to condense down, I decided to post narrated as opposed to live narration. And so therefore I know that there is some stuff in there that, well, you'll see. And there it is, the bane of my existence. You will never know the sheer, just like pit in my stomach when I saw that pyro slime. I was like, no. Well, on the bright side, at least I can go get Kaya first. I did do some testing to see if maybe Lisa's burst would be able to handle it. That way I wouldn't have to worry about it. But then first of all, I struggled for about 3 years to get Baron Bunny to detonate this pyro slime. God, this is infuriating to watch back, jeez. And look at that shit. Yeah, the second I saw how little energy that gave me, I was done. So, Kaya's one. Here we are at Kaya's domain. Kaya's definitely one of the characters that I'm the least confident in him being a summoner, but, you know, I'm getting through that pyro slime with Baron Bunny alone, and I got a Barbara and a Noelle from my wishes. So, here we go. Oh no! There it is again, and you can just see me devastated about this. Just looking at my lack of burst, and there we go. So, I'm going to spare you approximately 2 hours of struggle and just tell you I was not willing to grind so far as to get enough wishes to do my second 10 pull before I got Lisa. So, which this is where the next thing comes in. Yeah, I re-rolled. There was a good, I'm not kidding, an hour and 45 minutes of footage in between quitting the Kaya dungeon and trying this again. But yeah, all of it amounted to the fact that I just needed to get a better character in this first temple. So, no 5-star, that's fine. As long as this gets official or someone that isn't. And look at that. If we refer to the tier list from earlier, Sucrose is a summoner. Both her skill and her burst count as summons for the sake of my own personal definitions. So yeah, that's surprisingly good. This is me deciding whether or not I wanted to continue with Sucrose, considering with Sucrose, I might be able to meet some of the elemental checks I couldn't before. It wouldn't help me with the Electro, just because there's nowhere else to get Electro in the domain, but it would make it so that I can, like, kill the Pyro Slimes. Yeah, this is me pointing out the fact that because the wind spirits are the thing that are supposedly doing the damage and not Sucrose, they count as summons for me. So, if you don't like that and want to complain about it, complain to the wall. Bye! So yeah. So we cut back to post the Kaya dungeon. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage of me completing it, but there is no elemental checks in that trial, which is very nice. So Sucrose was able to kill the Pyro Slime, Amber was able to do Amber things, and I was able to unlock Kaya, who is a summoner for the sake of this challenge. So yeah, my goal from this point onward is to, well, for a while it was to get enough Prima Gems and Wishes to do another 10 pull and hope I got official. And then I gave up on that because that was going to take too long. So I had a second plan. And that plan was just to figure it out. So I've done a couple things. Specifically, with Sucrose and Amber, I took off all of their artifacts. I couldn't de-level them, unfortunately. But for the sake of this domain and hopefully not killing things, I removed their artifacts to make their damage as low as possible so I can funnel as many elemental particles into Lisa as possible, hoping that her burst triggered the monument. I know it can't target it, but I'm hoping its activation would apply Electro. So here we go.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me, she says. She is wrong. I will be speeding this up, but I did this for approximately far too long. Eventually, I worked out Persistem, pinning it into a corner and funneling all the particles into Lisa. But I was so afraid that I was going to finish this and her burst wouldn't activate the monument. And, well, we'll see. And there we go. Lisa's burst is charged. The dread I was feeling as I was getting ready to kill this slime and get into the next room and find out my fate. But here it is, the Electro Monument.
An electro monument.
And there we go. I can move on with my life.
Stand back, sweeties. No, I doubt it. After all,
So, we made it through the rest of the dungeon without an issue. And we've kind of got our core four for a while.
the thought of putting
Amber, Sucrose, Kaya, and Lisa.
dragon of the east.
As far as Amber goes, she'll be in my party forever. Lisa, she's nice, so is Kaya. They both are so burst reliant that it's so difficult to consider it worth keeping them there. But I don't have an alternative at this moment, so they're my best options. Now, in between this moment and the end of the video, I just grinded. I did so much world exploration, all in the hopes of hitting Adventure Rank 10 for the sake of getting that last 10 pull on Noel's beginner banner, just because it has a higher chance of getting the summoners that I want. So, yeah, I'll probably cut through that, fast forward it. We'll see. I ended up skipping it all, just because I realized that this video is already 25 minutes long. If you want to see a sort of 1.5 that is all of the exploration I did to take us from where we were to where we are now, I can make that video. But as of right now, I'm just going to take those extra wishes I got and wish and hope so hard that I get official. So here we go. No 5-star, that's fine. And C1 Sucrose. Now that's an interesting one. Very useful, but not official, most importantly. And then I realized I can do a 10 pull here. So I did it. And, well,